Yo, what's up guys, Neon Blitz here, back with another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. Today we actually have some surprising amount of new content for the game. As you can see, if we go into the event tabs, there's two new things to look at. First, this is a Bulma's Capsule Bonanza, which you complete some missions, you get free capsules to summon for. And if you go over here, oh, that's the wrong tab, spoilers. So if you complete all the missions for the moment, you get 10 of the SG capsules. These are the special summons that you can use to get the premium cosmetics. You know, you can get Bardock's finisher, you can get Vegeta's intro, MVP finisher, and all these other legendary and epic cosmetics, and even hits finisher. So make sure you guys complete this. If you're curious what the missions are, you got to do 30,000 damage as damage, easy. 15,000 damage as technical, easy. 15,000 damage as tank, easy. And these are all specific to enemy heroes, so keep that in mind. Next is dealing 100,000 damage of strike damage and 100,000 energy damage. If you're confused what that is, I'm going to use Goku for an example. If you look at a character's kit, you will see the colors are outlined. You know, character's rush attack is physical. So any attack that is highlighted in yellow is a physical attack. Any attack that is covered or like circled with blue is energy. So we can see his rush attack and meteor hammer are both physical attacks, while his Kamehameha and his spirit bump are all energy based. If you look at another character, we'll say Trunks, for example. His rush attack is covered in yellow, so it's a physical attack. His skill 1 is covered in yellow, so it's a physical attack. His skill 2 is covered in yellow, so it's a Vanish Strike. Then his skill 3 is covered in blue, so it's an Energy Blast, and his ultimate is both. So if you see, like, on one half it's yellow, one half is blue, that means it's both of Edge Strike and Energy Blast. Now, keep in mind, there are characters that are exclusively Blast or Energy based, like Vegeta. You know, besides his rush attack, all his attacks are Energy based, so keep that in mind. The missions does not specify any specific role or character you need to play as, so you just gotta make sure you do 100,000 strike damage and 100,000 energy damage. Should be pretty easy. All roles have characters that do both. Next, deal a total of 180,000 damage to enemy heroes. That's also going to be easy considering you have to do 30,000, 15,000, 15 damage on all three rolls, and you're probably going to do a bunch more anyways if you just play a couple games. Then deal a total of 360,000 damage to enemy heroes. Again, easy. So you just got to make sure you're doing 30,000 damage as damage, 15,000 damage as technical, 15,000 damage of tank, 180,000 to enemy heroes overall, and 360,000 damage to enemy heroes, with 100,000 one of those being strike damage and 100,000 of those being energy damage. And finally, you have to deal a total of 1,500,000 damage, which it does not specify enemy heroes, so this should work on, you know, NPCs, bosses, stuff like that. If you wanted just a cheat code to easily get these by, you're just going to go to CPU battles. Just go to CPU battles. You can grind your missions there. It'll be super easy. Just go there to do it. But the second piece of big news is we have the first ever official in-game tournament, the Gekishin Cup 1 beginning. The in-game tournament event, Gekishin Cup 1 begins. You enter solos, so yes, you can enter as a solo player. Keep that in mind, guys. Or team up with a squad 4 players and battle on Gekishin rules to earn points. Earn points during the event period to compete for your position in the rankings. Receive amazing rewards based on your final placement. You also get a prize just for participating, so give it a try. Now, you have to make sure to enter by February 6th. 1 a.m. or by 12:59 a.m. EST. You can enter once each for solo and squads. Choose your server and join. So yeah, you could. Looks like you do one enter into solo and one enter squad. So if you want to enter server or time block solo, you can. And then if you want to go with squads, you can. Then here they have different times for solo for the 4 different servers of Asia, EU, South America, and NA. Then we have the 4 different time slots for squads of Asia, EU, South America, and NA. Participation requirements, you need to be D4 or higher. I'd imagine most people are at least D4 or higher, so that was pretty easy. For squads, you do need every member in the game, every member in the squad to be D4 or higher, which makes sense. You cannot use help heroes or helpers that you do not own. Even if currently unlocked as trial heroes, you cannot use those heroes if you don't own them. So you must make sure to use them. Let's say, you know, for the trial heroes this week, it's, you know, Bojack, Trunks, Cooler, Baby, Krillin, Gohan. Let's say you were going to use Gohan in the tournament just because Gohan is seen as the best technical in the game. If you do not own Gohan, you will not be able to use Gohan. So make sure to unlock the character that you wish to play in the tournament, which is nothing kind of blurry, but it's still something to keep in mind. Alright, this is how you guys enter. Go to the tournament, if you're playing solo, which I imagine a lot of people are. Go to the tournament icon at the top of the home screen, select the solo division, and your server you're choosing to enter. So if you can see down the top, there's the carnival icon, which is used for these events. You know, Mr. Saiyan, Zenny Jamboree was like this, the New Year's event was like this, the Christmas event was like this. This is like the general event tab. And now we have this kind of like tournament power ring. And we click on it, it takes us to the tournament tab. And as you can see, there's all these different servers. There's Asian server, the North American server, the Europe server, the South American server, and then we got the 4 squad time slots. So I'm just going to click into my region, North America. As you can see, it gives me the time period that event would take place on. So it looks like it's about like 2 hours. So it looks like on February 7th at, I believe it was 8 p.m. EST to 10 p.m. EST. It looks like you're in this 2-hour block, you're just going to be some form of ranking system and some form of leaderboard system, and we're all going to be competing to see who can get the highest in the leaderboard. So if you see here, just tells all the rules. The Gekishin rules are just your basic ranked games, basic standard, basic quick match rules. Nothing crazy there. Win in battle to steal points from other players, pile up points, and aim for the top. So yeah, it just sounds like whoever's going to win the most is just got to get the more points. Maybe if you're on a crazy win streak and you lose, you could potentially give up a bunch of more points. Sounds pretty easy. Divine draws, again, pretty basic. You know, Cloud Cover, Superstar, Enemy Bomb, Medical Respawn, Team Rush Go, Cloudy Cloak, Mystery HP, and Super Cooldown Reduction and Vanishing Stuff. Now, I know we're going to get to the rewards here, but we click on the rewards tab here. It all depends on your placings. Just for entering, you get 3 of the pink S3 capsules. These are the capsules that, you know, are free, given out for everyone. This is stuff for the codes where you can get recolors, but you just get the chance for some legendary cosmetics. So, just for participating, you know, you will just get those for free, which that's always nice. Then if you're in the top 1,000 to 501, you get more. You get another third, so you would end up with 6. If you're in top 500, you get 5. So, hey, if you manage to get top 500, you're getting 11 of these pink 3 SG capsules. Very nice. If you're in the top 100, you get the special badge that you can always display, which is, again, always nice to flex, as well as 5 of the SG capsules, which are, again, like I was saying previously, the premium capsules. If you're a top 10, you get 3,000 Zenny, 10 of these SG capsules, and the same kind of badge as the top 100. So, the rewards are getting pretty good. I mean, we're getting Zenny. While, yes, they did make it easier to get Zenny this season, that, you know, you can never have enough of Zenny. If you get third, you get 5,000 Zenny, 10 of these S3 capsules, and a bronze version of the badge. If you get second, you get 10,000 Zenny, 10 of the capsules, and a silver version of the badge. And if you get first place on the leaderboard in your region, you get 30,000 Zenny, 10 S3 capsules, and a golden badge. Pretty good rewards if you manage to get placed pretty high. I don't know how many people are going to compete about this, and I imagine this is going to be very sweaty, especially if you're trying to push for these, like, first, second, third, maybe even to get top 100. I imagine that'd be pretty sweaty. Who knows how many people are actually going to enter this? Who's to say? But yeah, those are the rewards you can get. And if you're curious on how to enter, you're just going to click here, you click your region, and you're just going to click enter. I still need to confirm if I'm going to be free on this time slot, so I'm not going to hit entry. We have until 1 a.m. EST on February 6th to enter. So you guys still got like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Let me just confirm for you guys on my calendar. So it looks like, you know, it's the 30th. Yeah, so it looks like we have a week to enter. So keep that in mind. Make sure you guys, if you guys do want to enter this, make sure you guys don't forget. Now, if you're a squad that wants to enter this, which I believe squad members have the same rewards. Yeah, it has the same rewards for the squads, but there's only top 100. There's no top 500, 1,000, because they know probably people are going to be playing solo. So keep that in mind if you guys are playing for your squad. To enter as a squad, first you need to create a party. So if you guys don't know how to make a party, I mean, I don't even know really how to know. You're just going to click here, make a party. You know, you can either create a party ID, copy it, send it to people, add people from your friends list, and all of that stuff. Right. Once you guys have filled out your full squad party, because I believe it has to be a full squad of 4, then the host has to enter the whole team. Yeah, they enter the team. So whoever's hosting the squad of the party enters on the behalf of everyone else. So but make sure if you guys want to enter the squad, you get everyone into a party at least one time and then sign up. And all the participant members enter at the same time. And keep this in mind, your entry cannot be canceled once you have entered. To choose the correct entry division. So keep that in mind. Again, the entry period And again, with the rewards, plus the top 100 finishers will receive an exclusive badge as a gift. Check for reward details by going to tournament icon on top of the home screen, select the division, and choosing view rewards. So yeah, I mean, pretty surprising news update from this random Friday. I know, they did this with the Mr. Saiyan Zenny Jamboree, so it's not a surprise that the Bulma capsule dance is here, but I know they talked about the tournament. I'm just surprised to see it here. So it looks like this is going to be not the content for the rest of the week, but it's still a good added bonus since we just got Bardock's release. With that, that's all the news updates for right now, Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Stay tapped in the channel for the stay up to date everything Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, really including more news updates in the future with Season 3 and beyond. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!